What's going on today, Piper Dog?
The next round of baby trials.
Okay.
You stop that. You go in there, out of the way, creature.
So our plan today is to get our dear biting Sparkles in the headlock, but not put the gates on, right?
That's the plan.
And we'll see how Bebop does. The hope is that Bebop will drink and Sparkles won't kick her. So we're going to release the beast. See how she does.
No boogers.
Straight on. And there's the first kick.
It is spicy in here.
Yeah.
Now, Paupers, let's go to the side. There you go. There you go. She moved her leg out of the way. There you go. She actually moved her leg backwards out of the way to let her in.
Ooh. Smell in here is rather
Quite strong.
pungent.
Spicy the beaky bug.
Well, Sparkles, little science experiment just might work yet.
Some people actually didn't believe me or were in shock when I said about a biting cow. We'll see if we can test this theory. Oh, she didn't take the empty glove. Let's see if she'll take the full glove. Mama. Yeah, you're not doing yourself any favors, sweetie. She is mad. You might just end up going up the road, darling. So, some of y'all might be going, why are you blowing hay out on the ground when you have bale feeders? Well, that's a very good question. I'm glad you all asked it. We've got a couple of loads of bales that came in off the big hay quarter. This is on Piper Dog. Maybe I've talked about this in a previous episode. They ended up, when the snow melted and it drained in a low spot, there was a couple of big trailer loads of bales that sat in water for quite a while. So you'll see every so often there's like a brown patch. Yeah, so the bottom of the bales got rotted. Probably somewhere between 10 and 20% of each bale. Like I said, there's 2 trailer loads. So I figured I'll blow it out in the ground. The babies can come out here and lay on it, hang out with their mummies, and just get away from being in the corner there, because it's very clarty back there. But just putting an eye on all the babies. Yeah, like there's, oh, you can't see a thing. I'm looking at one baby with a very dirty bum, but like I was saying to somebody earlier, there's at least 20. So you'll see every so often I can't see any here. There's little puddles of, like, it looks like cottage cheese, like yogurt. Well, that's the kind of poops that these calves are having, that they're stressed out. I just want to come into the car and make sure there's no babies got jammed into the corner and got in trouble. So it is an absolute mess. I think we're at another 1/4 of an inch already. So these babies they're not motivated at all. So stack and rack. Take a look in here. I'm going here. Oh, there's a few little babies. Oh, good. There's no babies jammed in here. They're all in here of their own free accord. I tell you, that's crazy. I don't remember in all my years being here. So today is about 5 degrees. It's got a wind chill of -1 again. And yes, somebody was shocked when I said in the last one of the last episodes there during that storm. Right now, currently, we have medicated close to 20 calves. Oh, that one's sitting up, that's good. That is not, I'm not being hyperbolic, I'm not exaggerating. We have about 20 calves that are in one stage or another of being sick, or quite sick, or just peely-wally, as they say. So we just do what we can do. Like I said in the last episode, I was talking to Billy, the guy that hauls our gravel, and he has cows, and yeah, he's had some dead calves and issues. So this weather, what can you do? But yet in a week from now it's supposed to be almost 30 degrees again, so figure that one out. Anyway, I'm going for coffee with the boss lady. Approaching another 1/2 of an inch of rain. Wind chill of -1. Mother Nature. Someone needs to give her back her meds. Anyway, so this is one of the reasons that we have a track skid steer for doing this very job. So this middle part here is absolutely waterlogged. So that's the drain just behind the wall there. So we hollow out this center part, pile it and let it drain out, and then we try and leave as much at that end and at this end for little pads. It's either there, we just end up piling the whole thing, and then we'll blow another pad of straw back in there, because the bedding's ruined now anyway. But just goes to show you how much water was already draining into here. I'd hollowed this out, but then I have to get it out of here and then pile the rest. There's thousands and thousands of gallons of water in here now. And it's supposed to stay doing this until dark. That's crazy. What do you do when you can't get your trailer to the calving barn with the truck because your yard is completely blown out? That's why you have an adapter on your loader. Yeah. Like I said, I feel sorry for those who are in a drought with fires and whatnot. I would send you this if I could. So yeah, that's the reason we have an adapter on the loader. Not for this reason, but it's helpful. So yeah, there's that white stuff starting to come up from the ground. So that's 2 feet down, that white stuff. So that shows you how bad this is punched. So yeah, we're gonna have to scoop all this out to get it to dry out. And we got one of my girls up there, Lone Star. Oh, our wee boy just clumped down. Another pudding pot baby. He's got the little white markings. And then another baby out in the other pen. Oh, it's just crooked. It's just yucky. Anyway, let's go to the train station. I tell ya. And I do apologize, everybody. The channel hasn't been too much fun and, you know, liveliness over the last week or so. It's been a bit of a hard slog here at the Shire. But like I said, whenever you talk to any other ranchers in this area, well, in this part of the world, full stop, they're all dealing with different kinds of crud. Some places where it's more sandy ground, they can handle this rain quite easily, and if they happen to have, wow, that's a lot of footprints across that field. Huh. Those are moose. Big footprints. Oh, unless the cows got out somewhere. It's not one of ours, that's for sure. Squirrel. That's too big of footsteps for a squirrel. But if you've got a place that's sandy, but then you also have bush and ravines where your cows and calf fresh pairs are pasturing, then they would have handled this storm pretty good out of that wind. But yeah, like I've talked before about following Andrea Fleming, the advocate. I don't have a hard time with that word. A really good channel. Get over there and check it out. She farms with her mum and dad and her husband. They have a really nice operation. And I happened to say on their last video, and I do realize their videos are filmed a couple of weeks ago. And I said, well, hopefully you guys don't get this over. Don't get this weather we just had, and apparently they did. So it's kind of swung down through the Dakotas and across into Minnesota. Because I know ranching Sodak, because they're calving out on the pasture, out on grass. They don't calve in corrals at all. And yeah, their calving just started, and it's off to a bumpy start. They've got a bunch of dead calves, a bunch of calves that the mum didn't claim, or issues. So this weather really has kicked ranchers right square in the seat of the pants. And I don't doubt that much rain is doing a lot of damage to a lot of crops that were just sown and are not out of the ground yet. Now, if your crop is already up, you're going to be in pretty good shape, but it is only the 21st of May. So, the update, I don't know if I've done it already. So, Bebop and this lady came out this morning, did the same thing again, put her in the headlock. We didn't put her in the pinch gates though, and put Bebop on her. She never kicked her, because she never has. She never wrestled around, she never swung back side to side. And we just thought, well, this is looking good, so we let Bebop, we let Bebop get a good 3/4 full of milk. Looks like they closed the road up there. That's sucky. Yeah, see, there's a fall crop, or winter wheat anyway. So then, once we let Bebop get her tummy almost full, wow, we let the head gate go and let Sparkles, that's her name. Let Sparkles out of the head gate. She turned around and she drilled Bebop side on, turned around and then kind of walked away from her. Bebop tried to go back onto her. She spun around and knocked her, and then she went after Bebop. She plowed her, like hit her, drove her into the ground. So then I went in and grabbed Bebop out of there and put Bebop back with her friends across the road in number 1. And that was it. Because after we got Bebop out and I went to move the gates, Sparkles bit my arm again. She kind of looked like she was going to lick my arm, which I let her do, and then she grabbed my arm with her mouth. And And it's funny because I told somebody about that and they said, that's weird, I've never heard of that. It's like, that's the second cow we've had that's tried to bite one of us. So, I don't know if it's in our water or what it is, but just, we're not going to stand for it. And it is crappy, like Mrs. Piper Duck's pretty broke up about this because this cow has a name. It's part of a big family and we got to let her go. Up really good. That's a place where I've tilled it up to get it to regrow and it looks good. Anyway, get on up to the train station. Here's my wee Lone Star. He's my sweet girl. So she's the next of the 3-year-olds to calve. She had a lovely, good-sized bull calf. And yeah, this is a pudding pop boy. You can tell by the little flashes. He throws very small brockle, which is what we exactly want. But this is one of our Jetstar girls. The jet line, like JJ over there, is a direct sister to Lone Star's mom, Jetstar, who is about to go Golden Girls this year. She is the oldest living descendant of the original Jet. Jet, whose tag is actually on that pole, because that's where she passed away a few years ago. But yeah, nice wee boy. Mama's doing the whole like, hey, I remember that grain stuff. I like that stuff. Well, you've got your twins out there already, darling. Yeah. So yeah, sad news today. We lost a 10-week-old calf out in the pasture. We kind of figured we were probably going to see we saw a lot of sickness, but kind of figured we might get tested by this bad weather. And yep, the calf was fine a couple of days ago and didn't stick out yesterday. And I checked everybody over. And then I found it today laying down. It couldn't get up, and I gave it some new floor. I came back out with some electrolytes, and it was already dead. So, yeah, big 10-week-old heifer calf. So, probably like severe viral pneumonia or something like that, because its breathing was a bit ruffled when I gave it its injection. So, it sucks, but like I said to Mrs. Piper Doug, this weather, I figured we were going to lose at least one calf, and fingers crossed that's it. So yeah, sucks, but anyway, this is the girls. These are the girls why I do it. Nice big boy, you darling. And now for some baby time. Hi, there's Janser. He's getting over his sickness. Deadpool is, yeah, he's on the mend. He's healthy. Bebop, I think she's glad to be back with her buddies. Yeah? Yeah. These creatures. And in the comment section, somebody please answer me this. So, these guys have clean water. They have mummies to drink from. And yet you find them with their face down in the muddy puddles, drinking mud water. And you know it'll make them sick. Why? Why do they do it? Hey? Now I know the best thing is to get them out there. But the crappy part is, out there there's puddles everywhere too. And actually there's a fence missing. So they'll have to wait a few days till the fences get fixed. Hey buddy, where you going? Hey? Yeah. You're a character. The internet likes you. There you go. Yeah, I think it's safe to say he's a pudding pop calf too. Hey buddy. Is that your sister? Yeah, that's your sister. Heard her calling. Hey you. Anyway, Baby therapy. Any chancer? You just like eating pants. Hmm? Neck scratches and eating pants. That's Chancer's hobby. And this one just drinks. Just drinks and drinks and drinks. Oh, and headbutting. Yeah. That's the Scottish in him. He likes to headbutt. See you, Jimmy. Anyway. Well, folks, as we draw to the end of another episode, very calm night. It's not the warmest. As you can see, the dew on the grass, it's absolutely soaking. But then again, we're absolutely soaking. Yeah. And we're standing here in front of the new Big Johnny deer. So we got the word from Guy Pounder over at Vernag, the adapter plate for this loader that will go between on those two pins there, which will put a quickie adapter onto this, so we can put all the stuff that goes on the orange tractor on the green tractor. Because I can't do a whole heck of a lot with this bucket, and the plan for this is this bucket will then be changed into a snow bucket for the skid steer. I know it's pretty well overkill, but we don't have any other use for it because we got a good enough bucket for that one. So yeah, you'll have seen in the previous clips, today we gained 2 calves, we lost a calf, a 10-week-old heifer. I checked that out in the records. So it's a 10-week-old calf was taken down in the space of 2 days by whatever this weather did to it. So I fired this tractor up to get it ready to put the new adapter on it when it gets here. And this ram spat this cap right out the end, just fired it straight down to the end of the ram. So I don't know what happened. I don't know if it started unscrewing itself. There was a bunch of threads where sorry, I'm just being really bright there. There was a bunch of threads were stripped off of it, but I managed to put it back up, and I managed to get it started and threaded in, and I cycled it a few times, and it's holding pressure, so I don't know what happened. But the plan is tomorrow both of these rams are coming off, and I'm heading to Brandon, and I'm going to Inland Radiator and Hydraulics, and they are going to strip that one, check it over, and they are going to test that one against that one. So they might end up having to either remake the outer shield with new threads or remake the inner cap. I don't know, because Easy On was bought over by Bueller Industries, and Bueller Industries did nothing more with Easy On loaders. So you can't get these anymore. You can't get parts unless you go to a salvage yard and buy something and you don't know what you're getting. So they might end up just making us a new ram. So yeah, that sucks. So there you go. If anything you get from watching Wreck-It Ranch, you can just at least say, hey, well, at least we're not putting up with what Piper Doug and Mrs. Piper Doug are dealing with over there in the mud bog of mayhem. That's maybe the new channel name, Mud Bog of Mayhem. So in the next episode, we'll be taking the rams to Brandon. I got to fetch a new gas bottle for the welder. A couple other stops I've got to do. We've got to do a trip over to Verdon to the vets because the new scour pills are in the big box because I'm out. And I've ordered some smaller darts for my dart gun to use on calves, so we can hit them with the new floor and res floor on the bigger calves that I can't catch. Because, as you know, I have a bad back, so I can't be wrestling calves out in the middle of the field with a bad back, so I might as well just dart them. So yeah, look forward to that. Good news is we seem to be calving again, so hopefully we're going to get to our yearly average of our calf crop. Fingers crossed. And tomorrow is supposed to be sunshine all day and to be 18 degrees, if you can believe that. Go from -9 back up to 18 above in sun. So I'll take that for the win. So yeah, it'll be nice to see this thing getting used, because that orange one, I am ready to dump that off at Dennis's so he can figure out why it keeps running out of fuel. I don't have the time. That's Bebop. She got a bottle of supper time and she's still hollering. I think that kid has worms. She's not empty. She's just a constant. She will drink herself to death. She literally would. I can't teach her to drink from the water trough either. Would be nice to. Anyway, I'm gonna leave you all here because it's the end of the night, and the longer she hears my voice, the longer she'll yodel, because I'm her mama now apparently. So yeah, another drama-filled episode of Wreck-It Ranch, Piper Doug style, and we shall see you all in the next episode. Tidy bye, everybody. Big green beast.